What is going on, you guys? Brandon here, aka Brawadis, and today, wow, I don't even know what to say. What we thought was gonna be one of the more quiet NBA trade deadlines in history ended up being hectic. Teams, the Cleveland Cavaliers, just went ballistic the day of the trade deadline, and it's just crazy. Let me just start off by saying that this was not supposed to be my video today. Me and my friends went out and did something crazy yesterday. It involved public dares at the mall, and not just regular dares. These were extreme dares, and I was supposed to upload that today, but things just went crazy and hectic, and a bunch of people are tweeting me, telling me to give my thoughts on everything that happened in the NBA today, and so I'm gonna save that video for tomorrow. So as for today, freaking Isiah Thomas is a Laker. D Rose is not on an NBA roster right now. Dwayne Wade is a member of the Heat again. It's just, look, I'm just like, okay. Sorry, as a basketball fan, this is really exciting. It's just like, this is what makes the NBA so great. I'm just gonna get into it. We're gonna start off with what was probably the biggest trade of the day. Isiah Thomas gets traded from the Cleveland Cavaliers to the LA Lakers. Yes, the same Isiah Thomas that the Cavs traded Kyrie Irving for. Yes, the same Isiah Thomas that led the Boston Celtics through so much success last season. Yes, that Isiah Thomas is traded to the Los Angeles Lakers. Attached to Isiah, the Lakers got Cleveland's first round pick. No, it's not Brooklyn's first round pick. It's Cleveland's own first round pick. And Channing Frye. And the Cavs get in return Jordan Clarkson and Larry Nance. Now, let me tell you why I like this trade for the Lakers. I like this trade for both teams, but I'll get more into the Cavs side of it later. Let me tell you why I think this is a win for the Lakers. First and foremost, the Los Angeles Lakers are not going to keep Isiah Thomas past this season. What this is for Isiah Thomas is pretty much a 20 to 30 game audition for him to get his money this offseason. For those who don't know, Isiah is a free agent. He's been hungry for that max contract, and it doesn't seem like a team is ready to give it to him just yet. So what he's going to be doing for the Lakers is pretty much like, yo, I'm still the same Isiah Thomas that I was in Boston. What you saw in Cleveland was a fluke. That's not the type of player I am. So he's going to try to showcase his talent for the Lakers for these next 20 to 30 games. And then in the offseason, I just don't see any way the Lakers bring him back. He has publicly came out and stated that he thinks he deserves a max contract. For those who don't know, a max contract in today's NBA is over $30 million per year. Isiah Thomas wants a near $200 million contract. And I don't see the Lakers giving that to him. They have this guy named Lonzo Ball, and he plays the same position as Isiah. And I know a lot of Laker fans are going to be like, oh, but Lonzo's 6'6". He could play the 2-guard spot. You could just shift him over to shooting guard. But it's not just about position. They both need the ball in their hands. It just, and forget all that. I would not want my team giving Isiah Thomas $200 million. It's just, I don't know. So what this does for Isiah, it helps him out. It gives him a chance to go to a team who's not a contender. You know, the Lakers, they don't have too much pressure on them right now. He'll go to a team and showcase his talent, try to get his money this offseason. But what this does for the Lakers, and this is why I like it, first and foremost, it gives them a first-round pick. The Lakers did not have a first-round pick this year. It belongs to either Philly or Boston. And so the Lakers were about to head into this draft and kind of come up dry. But instead, they get Cleveland's first-round pick, which I know it's not a top 5, top 10 pick. But at the end of the day, just like they did with Kyle Kuzma, you could find talent later on in the draft. So the Lakers get a first-round pick, and not just that, but what have the Lakers been trying to do every single damn offseason for the past 5 years? Has been to bring in free agents, and for whatever reason they just can't seem to bring them in. However, this season with Paul George, obviously a member of the Oklahoma City Thunder, but a lot of rumors of him ending up in LA, and then you have LeBron being a free agent, DeAndre Jordan being a free agent, just a lot of big name free agents this summer. And the Lakers, what they did by trading Larry Nance and Jordan Clarkson and getting an expiring contract in Isiah Thomas in return, what that does, it enables them 2 max contract slots for this summer. Now, I'm not sitting here and saying that they're going to sign 2 max contract players, because as we've seen in years past, it has been hard for the Lakers to bring in big name free agents. But at least it gives them the flexibility that they haven't had in years past. Hey, if you're a Laker fan and you want Isiah Thomas to stay, just know that him and Lonzo both need the ball in their hands. He's expecting over $30 million per year, so that's going to cripple the Lakers cap space. But hey, if you don't care about Paul George or LeBron or anything, then yeah, you could re-sign Isiah Thomas. The next trade that went down today was, and I really like this move for the Cleveland Cavaliers. So what the Cleveland Cavaliers did, they acquired George Hill and Rodney Hood. They gave up Jay Crowder Iman Shumpert, D Rose. D Rose went to Utah. He got waived. So he got traded to Utah, but he's not a member of the Jazz. Right now, currently, he is not on an NBA roster, but I've read from multiple different sources that the Minnesota Timberwolves are trying hard to sign him. Obviously, the connections with Jimmy Butler, Tom Thibodeau. He has a lot of connections in Minnesota. He could go there, come off the bench, and be a solid backup. So I think he's going to end up in Minnesota, but as of right now, he has no NBA team. Shumpert and Crowder gone. George Hill and Rodney Hood in for Cleveland. Okay, let me tell you why I like everything that Cleveland did today. And it's weird because I'm on Twitter and I was just at the gym talking to people in person and everyone's hating on the Cavs' moves today. But please hear me out. Obviously, I don't play in the NBA. Obviously, I don't work for the NBA. So maybe I'm wrong, but let me just tell you, the Cavs got younger. They got more athletic. They got better at defense. And what was their biggest problem so far this season was defense. And not just that, but the players that they gave away, they didn't fit this season. I mean, you have the names, Isiah Thomas, Jay Crowder, D Rose, the names were there. On paper, it was there. But watching the Cavs play, you could tell, these players, no, they're just off. Something was just off. It looked at some points like they weren't even trying. And it looked like they weren't trying on defense. It looked like they were just like out of place. It just looked like they didn't fit. So you take a bunch of players who just didn't really fit and just didn't look right on your roster, and you flip them into Jordan Clarkson, Larry Nance, Rodney Hood, and George Hill. Okay, first of all, let me tell you why I love George Hill and Rodney Hood. George Hill is an underrated point guard. He will fit perfectly in that Cleveland Cavaliers system. You want to know why? Because LeBron James needs the ball in his hands. And that is why a player like Isiah Thomas would never work for Cleveland. And that is why a player like Kyrie Irving asked to be traded. Because the Cleveland Cavaliers cannot have a shoot-first point guard. They need a pass-first point guard. That's exactly what George Hill is. He's a spot-up shooter. He can shoot if you need him to, but he won't chuck up a bunch of shots. Also, he's a good defender. And that's what the Cavs need. So I think he's a perfect fit next to LeBron. He won't be asked to do too much, but he's a solid fit right there. Then you look at Rodney Hood, who I think, in my opinion, is one of the better young shooting guards in the NBA. He has a bright future. He's still very young, and he showed a lot of promise. The only reason the Cavs were able to get him this cheap was because of Donovan Mitchell. The Jazz like what they see in Donovan Mitchell. You can't blame them. He's been really, really good this year. And so they decided, hey, we don't need Rodney Hood. In my opinion, if I was the Utah Jazz, I would not have given up Hood this cheap. He has shown promise. He has shown that he's going to be a player in this league. And so when the Cavs saw that they were able to get him this cheap, they pounced all over it, and you can't blame them. So I think Rodney Hood and George Hill, you hear the names and you're kind of like, oh, whatever. But I think they're very, very underrated acquisitions for this Cleveland Cavaliers team. Hood, again, he's young. He's a good defender. He could shoot. He's long. And sorry if I'm repeating myself, but he's young. And that's what the Cavs did not have this season. They were old. They were outdated. They were expired. They were freaking one of the oldest teams in the league. And to get one of, the better young shooting guards in today's NBA for, dare I say, nothing. I mean, D Rose was not really performing this season. Jay Crowder had one of the worst years of his life. And Iman Shumpert was just somebody that they didn't need anymore. I like that move. And like I said, the Isiah Thomas trade, I really, really like it for Cleveland, just like I do for the Lakers. This is one of the rare times that I see a trade that's a win-win for both teams. Jordan Clarkson is not bad. Jordan Clarkson is a really, really good player. And look, I tweeted this earlier, and I'm going to say it in my video. Player to player, Isiah Thomas is obviously better than Jordan Clarkson. I'm not standing here and saying, oh, Jordan Clarkson's better than Isiah. No, IT is better than JC. However, on this Cavs roster, Jordan Clarkson is a better fit, and let me tell you why. First of all, he's a better defender. Isiah Thomas is not a good defender. And what do the Cavs need? Defense. That's what they need. He accepts coming off the bench, that six-man role, and that's something that Isiah did not accept. He's a starter, and he wants to be a starter. Not to mention Larry Nance, again, young. That's what the Cavs need. They needed to get younger. And Larry Nance is, he might never be an all-star, but when you're a team like the Cavs and they were just so old, one of the oldest teams in the league, you need any young pieces you could get. And not to mention they did all this while keeping the Brooklyn pick is just, I really like what they did. I'm going to stand here and say that the Cleveland Cavaliers, although a bunch of people think they got worse, a bunch of people are laughing, and a bunch of people are saying, oh, the Cavs are lost, what are they doing? I'm standing here looking the camera right through the lens, and I'm saying, I believe the Cleveland Cavaliers got better. I believe they gave themselves a better chance at going to the NBA Finals because, hey, the way their roster was set up with their age and their lack of defense and just the players weren't even trying. It looked like they were like no motivation. They were going to have a hard time getting past the Celtics. I would have bet that the Celtics either beat them or took them to 7 games if the Cavs didn't make any moves today. However, I think with all the moves the Cavs made today, it again makes them favorites to come out of the East. I think that they will beat Boston. Now, will they beat Golden State? I doubt it. I don't think anybody's beating Golden State. There's no way that, adding Rodney Hood, George Hill, Jordan Clarkson, as nice as it is, that's not going to make you beat Golden State. But I do like what the Cavs did. Oh, and the last thing the Cavs did, they shipped off Dwayne Wade to the Miami Heat. And I can't wait to watch Wade on the Heat again. It's going to be weird. It's going to be weird seeing him in a Miami jersey. But at the same time, it's gonna look so right. It's going to look weird, but it's going to look so right. So the Heat are probably happy. They got D-Wade for pretty much nothing. But at the end of the day, like I said, the Cavs were looking to get younger. They were looking to get more athletic. And D-Wade was just, even though he was playing good this season, he's getting up there in age. And he's not the same athlete that he once was. So I don't think it's going to hurt the Cavs that they got rid of D-Wade. And I think they did him a solid favor. He's mentioned before that he wants to retire in Miami. I'm not saying he's going to retire at the end of this season. But let's just say, all you D-Wade fans, I know it's sad. I know it's crazy to think about. But D-Wade retirement is coming real soon for him, but at least he could do it for the team that he started his career for and for the team that he wants to play for. Let's see, what else? I already mentioned D Rose got bought out, most likely going to Minnesota. And the last thing I wanted to get into, the Phoenix Suns made a move, guys. The Phoenix Suns finally did something, and for once, I'm not standing here saying, oh, what the heck, why would the Suns do that? I don't understand, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm standing here and saying like, yo, the Phoenix Suns actually made a really good move. And it's weird saying that because everybody knows the Suns front office is kind of been shaky over the past few years, and they've been known to make some pretty bad trades. But here we are, and the Phoenix Suns have acquired Elfrid Payton for what? No players, no first-round picks. They acquired him for a second-round pick. That's it. Not even their own second-round pick. The Phoenix Suns still kept their second-round pick. They acquired him for a second-round pick from Memphis. And to me, I'm sitting here like, okay, the Phoenix Suns do not have a point guard on this roster this season. We've been playing Devin Booker at point guard. Devin Booker is not a point guard. He's a shooting guard. We've been playing him out of position. And we acquire a point guard who not only is young, Elfrid Payton is only 23 years old, but he's a former lottery pick. He's a decent player. He's averaging 13 points, 4 rebounds, and 6 assists. And we got him for a second-round pick? It's just like, yo, did the Phoenix Suns were they just joking around and they just called Orlando and said, oh, hey, we'll give you a second-round pick for Elfrid Payton, ha, 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 and then Orlando said yes? I don't understand that. And I'm not standing here saying, oh, Elfrid Payton is the next Michael Jordan or Elfrid Payton is going to be an all-star. Heck, I'm not even saying Elfrid Payton is going to be a good starter. But no matter what, when you get a player like Elfrid and you only give up a second-round pick, it's automatically a win. And I mean, you look at the fit next to Devin Booker, and it's like, yo, the last thing the Phoenix Suns needed is a ball-chucking point guard. The last thing the Phoenix Suns needed was a point guard that likes to shoot first. Again, with Devin Booker on the roster and also TJ Warren, the Phoenix Suns did not need any more offense. They needed someone who likes to pass, and that's Elfrid Payton. He's a pass-first point guard. So now Devin Booker could kind of, chill in the corner for a little bit and get past and then shoot. Instead of every damn play, Devin Booker has to create his own offense like he's been doing. He finally gets someone who likes to pass the ball first. Not to mention he's long, so he could get out, get some steals, and start the fast break. Pass it up to Josh Jackson, Marquise Chris. It's just, I don't know. Again, I'm not sitting here and saying, oh, Elfrid Payton is the next Phoenix Suns legend or the next all-star, because he's not. But what I'm trying to say is for what the Suns got him for, a freaking second-round pick that wasn't even our second-round pick is just magical. I love it. Beautiful. Finally, for the first time in years, it looks like the Suns made a logical trade. We'll see how Elfrid Payton turns out. I hope and wish nothing but the best for him. You know, any player that comes to my team, I hope nothing but the best. You know, I'm a Phoenix Suns fan, diehard Phoenix Suns fan, and we'll see how this plays out. It looks like a good fit on paper, so we'll see how it goes. P.S. If we do draft Trae Young, Elfrid Payton would be a solid backup point guard. If we draft Ayton, then Elfrid Payton could start next season. We'll see. We're looking way too far into the future. But either way, I like the move for the Suns, and I haven't talked to one Suns fan who hates it. There's nothing you could hate. It's a low-risk, high-reward move, and hopefully it pays off. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I think I've given plenty of insight and plenty of, you know, what I think about what happened today. It's just crazy. I swear I woke up, checking my phone. I'm like, yo, this trade deadline is so boring, you know, nothing's happening, and then boom, 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 Woj bomb after Woj bomb after Woj bomb, and this is what makes the NBA so great. This is why I love the NBA. And once again, if you're not NBA fans or basketball fans, I apologize, but I have a really good video coming out tomorrow. It was supposed to be out today. I didn't know all this was going to happen, but I had to give my insight on all these trades. People were, you know, spamming my Twitter, spamming my Instagram, asking for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below about all these trades, because I'm really curious and I love hearing thoughts from other basketball fans. So drop a like on this video if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Do not forget to tune into tomorrow's Extreme Public Dares video. And other than that, Brandon, aka Brawadis, aka Elfrid Payton. No, I'm just joking, but I'm out. Peace, and I love you guys all.
Yeah, I can never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl.